Welcome. I'm your host, Jesse Swear, nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor. Find out more about me, visit my website, www.jesseswear.com. And today I have another Silver Sneaker Yoga exercise routine. It's going to be done in the seated position, it can be done in the standing position, but mainly it is for you and it's inclusive. It's for you to have greater prefrontal cortex strength, making it more robust, getting some hypertrophy there so that you can go throughout your daily tasks, making sure that you have greater balance, and that functionally that you're able to move fluidly and able to retract, protract, and do all those good things and have some great pliability. So if you do fall, be able to really brace yourself and then relax. That is the goal of yoga or any of the exercise routines that I do with you. And hopefully you're going to enjoy this one just like you did the rest of them. And if you haven't done the rest, subscribe and get more videos just like this. So today we're going to be going through our warm-up, we're going to be going through our work phase, we're going to be doing a cool down and relaxation as well. So here we go. Make sure you get physician clearance. Make sure you have your hydration and say hi to Bentley. And Lincoln and Kia is, well, she is sleeping at the moment. Drop those arms down to the side. Nice and tall. Toes over knees, knees over hips, hips over shoulders. Slight bend in those knees because you don't want to lock them out. Because when you lock them out, you are more inclined to raise that blood pressure and, well, pass out. And we don't want you to pass out. Nice good circles. And keep your head above the heart at all times. We're going to circle those hands in the sand. Just like that song. Here we go. Nice little circles. You can go slow, you can go fast. And then we're going to reverse it. As we reverse, we're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands back to the side. Thumbs touch the thighs and push back. So we're going to be retracting the shoulders, standing nice and tall. This is really good for pliability if you do fall. And it's good for that diaphragm. Let's do 2 more. Come back, and now I'm going to shrug them up. Nice little short shrugs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm going to pendulum arms through. Just letting them hang nice and long, reaching for the ground, and then just swinging where it's comfortable. So if you can get them higher, you can go higher. But this is kind of my normal swing, just like you're out on, you know, a nice summer day and you're on the swing back when you were in grade school. Just swinging through. You want your arms to be able to do this as well. That means they're moving excellent on that ball and socket, and you want good shoulder health as well as spine health, as well as knee health, hip health, and ankle health. Rest them down, and now I'm going to go into a calf raise. 1, lifting up. 2, if you need to hold on to something as you do it, grab something to hold on to for. A chair, rollator, a door, countertop, even a kitchen counter. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent job. Next one I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up my left hip. Standing nice and tall, planting my right foot down, I'm going to lift that hip up as high as I can go without leaning back. All right? Now, if you're leaning back when you lift that hip up, that means you do have some hip tightness in the psoas and the iliacus. Good job. Lift it all the way up, all the way down, and then back all the way up again. Might hear some clicking as well. I know I do. And then I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to do 4 just like this. 1. Lifting up again. 2. 3. Now when it comes to your hip flexors, you have your sartorius, you have your rectus femoris, you have your psoas, you have your iliacus, and then you have your teres fascia latae, right? Sounds like something from Starbucks, right? But it's not. It's actually very important to get those hip flexors. So now I'm going to get my feet They're going to be more a little wider stance now, but they're still going to be more toes over knees, knees over hips, hips over shoulders, because I want to move to that cat and that cow. Because now we're going to go into our work phase, right? So here comes the work phase. If you need some hydration, grab that hydration. But before we get there, what I want to do is I want to rotate the neck. Just prepare you to the left, back to that center, rotate that neck to the right, back to the center, and then we're going to do another rotation. Again, nice and tall. There you go. And from this position, I'm just going to take these hands, I'm going to just roll them down my inner thighs, and I'm going to push, but I'm going to keep that head above the heart. Just like this, I'm going to get about here, and I'm just going to lift up my back. Again, my head is above the heart. I'm just looking down at a nice spot down here. You can look up if you want as well. And then I'm going to come back up. And I'm going to get nice, good extension of that spine. And that is called your erectus spinae. And then I'm going to push them all the way down. And when I get to about my knees, I'm going to just roll my shoulders in. I'm going to protract them in. And I'm going to try to keep my head up because I want to be above the heart. And then I'm going to roll back up and get nice, good extension. So I'm getting a little bit of rounding as I go down. Rounding for the spine is good, but it wants to be a controlled rounding, head up, and then back up. So again, control that rounding, going down, inner thighs, down into the calves, shins, lift that head, come back up. There you go. Awesome job. From this position, I'm going to bring those hands up. Nice inhalation. And then a nice exhalation. I'm going to take both hands back, and I'm going to take my right foot back, and I'm going to end up on those toes. Now I'm into my airplane position. Left leg bends just ever so slightly, and I'm holding this position. You're in your airplane. Now, if you've never done an airplane, I have tutorials out there doing different types of airplane movements. So it's a nice inhalation here, and then exhalation back. And hold. Another slight bend in that left leg, and I'm going to hold this position. There you go. Looking up, hold. Nice inhalation, exhalation. And yoga is about longevity. It's about functional. It's about taking those sarcomeres and stretching them just a little bit longer, which are your pain receptors, so that you can maintain great length. So we're taking those tendons, lengthen them, sarcomeres send signals to your brain saying, hey, I can do this, and then they reestablish themselves. Nice inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to take the left leg back now and rest it down on those toes, metatarsals, heel is up. Hold that position. We'll come back to the front a little quicker. Exhale back and hold. And we have Bentley and we have Lincoln. They are sleeping as well. Hold that position. Excellent job. I'm going to stay here for a little bit. Heads up. Holding it. Excellent. Come up. And so now we're going to advance this move next time. So we're going to take back that right side going back. Toes, heel stays up, look up, and I'm going to lift the leg up now, and I'm going to hold this position. So a little harder because now 100% of the weight is on that left leg. So if you need to hold on to something, hold on to it. That's why it's inclusive. And work on that balance. Nice inhale here. And exhale, which I'm sure you're glad to be able to put that foot down. Nice inhale, and then exhale, drop back onto those metatarsals and lift up and take flight. Hold the position. Again, 100% of the weight is on this right leg. Left leg's up. Hold on to something if you want. Now, airplanes can be done different ways. You can have your arms out. You can go Superman, or you can go traditional airplane, right? Depends on what airplane you want to do, right? This is more like the Airbus or the Stealth. Nice inhale, nice exhale. Rest it down. Drop those hands to the side. Nice inhale with the right. And exhale to the side. Holding that position. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. This is a nice smooth move, so we can inhale again. Exhale as that left hand creeps down the thigh, and we just hold. All right, so let's get a nice good stretch. Stretches those obliques. It stretches that lat, and also allows you to get some flexion as well in those obliques, because you want to be able to round here as well. Nice and easy. You should be able to keep going. Nice inhale. And then nice exhale. And I'm going to show you a different way to do the lateral flexion so that you really can stretch out those obliques and get some rounding as well. Because again, rotation, and this is basic rotation, you want to be able to do this like a teapot. Nice inhale and nice exhale. So another way you can do it is you can take the hand and you can put it right here. This hand's here. Nice inhale, nice exhale, and then just nice lateral flexion where this becomes the pouring out. You're pouring out the teapot, you're pouring out the cup, you're pouring out the water, and you're just trying to round and round and slow and slow. And you're slowly going to feel those obliques get stretched and hold. And breathe, because this makes you have to breathe. And you do it to your comfortability level, right? Because I am tipping over here and I am emptying out. Now you can load this as well with a weight. Ooh. Drop down. Take this left. And now bend nice and slow. Just like this. Right? Slow, 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 slow. You want to round and keep rounding because you want that side. Right? I'm probably going to be showing some skin here as well. But you want to keep it slow. And you want to keep pushing through, getting that torso, and dumping out. It's a tough exercise here. I can really feel this. But the goal is, so or again, you can just go like this as well. Oh. And we could do that all day, as you can hear me moaning as well. And again, it's really good for obliques, and it's good flexion for our body to be able to do moves like that. So the next one we're going to go into is we're going to go into our pigeon, right? So the pigeon is another difficult exercise where I rotate here. And then I lift up and put it here, which can take us into the tree pose, or I cross over. Right? And I kind of sit. And this is my position. So again, a more difficult maneuver. So if you're in the seated position, you're just going to try to cross over, and you're just really trying to get in the piriformis position where you can even push down here and get a stretch into that hip. We're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be sitting right like this and holding. Right? So we went from that rotation to now we're doing really more of an isometric, and there's going to be some shaking. You're going to be putting a lot of hip pressure, a lot of knee pressure, a lot of dorsiflex pressure on that left side. So nice inhale, nice exhale, nice inhale, lift up. That's the hip movement, and then cross over and rest it down. Now this might be a little more advanced for some of the individuals out there, and that's okay. Choose a seat, sit in it, and just try to push down and get that piriformis and try to get that knee. Now this is counterindicated for someone that does have hip replacement because you are externally rotating pretty far with that left side right now. But a lot of pressure again on the knee. You got some flexion. My knee is basically flexed over my toes, feeling in the hip, feeling the knee, and feeling it in that ankle as well. Nice inhale and nice exhale. Find your balance. Find your center of gravity. And now let's go into that tree pose. So I'm just going to slide and I'm going to hold the tree. There you go. So this is a lower level tree pose. As you can see, my left foot is grounded and my right foot is grounded as well in those toes. Now we can make that harder. For someone that wants to make it a little harder, put it right on the calf, sit, and press and hold. Now you're in a harder position in the tree pose. Whew. Can be counterindicated as well because you do have external rotation, but you can bring that in as necessary. Makes it a little harder because you have to control the balance a little bit more. This allows you to counterbalance better. And drop. Switching to the other side, sitting and raising, and we're in that tree pose. We're almost to that cool down. I can't wait. Lifting a little more advanced. Hold that tree. And you can be like little bushes in the sky or little branches, little leaves, and you can add a little more dynamic if you want. If the tree is blowing. Right? We don't need to do that. Rest it all the way down because we're going to that cool down next. And we're going to go into that downward dog. So nice inhalation here. Right grabs left wrist. And you just lower and push through. Nice good stretch. And this is a really good one because you're getting extension of the erector spinae. And hold. There you go. Nice inhale here. Exhale. Nice inhale. Hinge those hips back. Left grabs right. And sit into it. There you go. Fix those feet if necessary. Downward dog. Holding. And I know I'm tight today. Looking up. We're going to do this one more time through. Nice inhale here. Hinge back. Right grabs left at the wrist. And you just sink and lift those arms up. Drop the head. Keep the head above the heart. Lift those arms up as far as you can into nice, good flexion. Hold. And breathe. Yoga positions can be really tough, especially coming off a workout. Nice exhale. And then we're going to finish. Goes right down. Because you are lifting those arms up. So I'm actually taking this left arm and I'm lifting the right arm up as I sink. And then I'm lifting up and I'm holding. And off my workout yesterday, I can really feel this working my entire body. And again, I'm trying to get the depth. I'm trying to push those hips back. I'm trying to extend the back and extension, but I'm also trying to get flexion as well. Rest them down. Man, I'm exhausted. Take those hands up. Squeeze them together. Drop them down. Squeeze those fists. Open them up. Come back up. Squeeze them together. Just trying to cool down here. Drop them. Squeeze. And press. Squeeze. Circle. Circle the other direction. Open. Opposition. There you have it. As you breathe through this opposition, seated or standing, I'm ready to take a break. I can feel that. I can feel that in my core. I can feel that in my legs. I feel that in my shoulders. I feel that through my entire body. Another yoga class with Jesse. Peace, my friends, and subscribe. This might be one of the best ones yet.